Hello, hello! Welcome back to The Broken and Beautiful. There's a saying that says that abs are made in the kitchen, and let me tell you this. It doesn't matter how much I work out. I had gotten into a place where I was working out 7 days a week and was noticing a little bit of changes in my body, but my weight wasn't changing and my measurements weren't changing. I just felt better because I was working out. I had more energy. It wasn't until I started to kind of cut back on certain things in our diet that really I started to notice a transition in my body. My muscles were toning better. I didn't have as much fatigue when I did have a strenuous workout. I was able to repair a lot quicker, and that was because I was taking more care of what I was eating. Now, I mentioned before that we live by the 80-20 rule, which means that we really try hard to cut out processed food. Now, I'm a Mexicana, so I grew up on hot Cheetos. One of my favorite snacks is hot Cheetos and bean dip. Well, bean dip is a processed food. It's not a real food. So cutting out on some of these things that I have had a habit of just enjoying was not easy whatsoever. But reaping the benefits of having cut out or cut off or cut back on some of those things that I enjoy has been so worth it and has been the motivator for me to be able to continue with that lifestyle. The very first step that I took in trying to understand what I should be fueling my body or how I should be fueling my body was learning proper portion control. The 21-day fix was really great because they sent you these little bitty containers, and every container represented a type of food that you could fill and that you could eat, and based on kind of where you wanted to be as far as losing weight, gaining weight, toning, there was a certain calorie bracket that you had to follow under, and so you'd have a certain amount of containers. Sorry guys, the lawnmower guy's back. So anyway, these containers were really good for me because I was able to see what I was putting into my body and how much of it I was putting into my body, how much sugar I was putting into my body, how much sodium I was putting into my body, and then of course focusing on whole, clean, nutrient-enriched foods. Now, one of the things that I've really learned and that has been hard for me to wrap my head around is that we have to be more careful about what we eat. I'm getting older. I have a child now, so I have to be more mindful and more intentional about the things that I cook and the things that I pick up when it comes to fast food. I have been the type of person to just kind of eat whatever I want. I've always been just like this itty bitty pole that didn't have any meat on her bones, and so I was blessed with this curse to not have to worry about what I ate and not to have to worry about how that was going to affect my weight. That's totally different now that I've had a baby. I've had to be more purposeful about creating a meal plan at the beginning of the month that really helps me stay focused on my goals, and then it also helps with laziness and days when I'm really tired or days when my baby is sick and I don't want to necessarily go pick up food and I don't really want to cook, but I have a plan in motion, and so I can go back to my plan and look at it, and it's been set and it's not something that I have to worry like, oh my gosh, what am I going to cook? I already have a plan that I can look at. One of the things that I discovered in doing a bunch of different type of programs is that cutting your grains was super beneficial in getting the results that you wanted. And so for me personally, like I said, I'm not a personal trainer and I don't have like a degree or anything in fitness, but personally for me, when I cut back on grains every single day, I notice a difference in my stomach and I notice a difference in my body's ability to repair from a tough workout. So grains, there's a long list of them, but for us it's tortillas, it's bread, it's pasta, any type of oatmeal, granola, anything like this. I try to limit to one meal a day, and that is so hard to do, unbelievably hard to do, because bread is life, y'all. There's that meme about Jesus and bread and all that, like for real, like carbs, yes, carbs are heavenly, bread is heavenly, pasta is heavenly, But if I don't want to be bloated and I want to look good and feel good and have the energy that I need to be able to chase a 19-month-old around, cutting back on grains has really, really helped with that. I had a horrible sugar addiction postpartum. I have always been a salty and sour girl, and that's probably because I grew up as a Latina and I enjoy my chamoy and my mangonadas and all of that. But when I had my son, I craved sweets, baked goods, cake, cookies, chocolate, candy. I craved all of it, and it had become an addiction for me. Like I had to literally have it. So I started to do some research on it, and I found that it was fairly common for women postpartum to have a sugar addiction. So what I did was, we had gotten into a really bad habit of having some type of sweet every night before bed. And so I created this realistic goal of, okay, I'm going to only have sweets 3 times a week, 4 times a week. And then once I got into a routine of only having sweets that many times a week, I cut back on that. And so there are moments in my month where I decide for 7 days I'm not going to have any baked goods. I'm not going to have any sweets. I'm only going to do natural sweets, honey, agave, things like that. And for me, it's almost like a detox, but I notice that I sleep better when I don't have this crap in my system, and it's really helped me with reaching my goals physically, with my ability to tone, with my desire to want to run longer distance, my desire to want to run faster. Cutting back on sugar has really helped with that. I enjoy Cokes. My favorite drink is lemonade, but man, I love the burning feeling you get inside your chest when you have a cherry Coke. It's so good. But if I drink a Coke, I get really, really bad about wanting to drink a Coke every day and then wanting to drink more than one Coke every day. So for me, I have to limit how many or how much soda I intake weekly. So that was another goal, realistic goal, that I set out to kind of accomplish and was able to figure out and maintain now. I haven't had a soda since the Super Bowl, which was a few weeks ago. But before that, I hadn't had a soda for 5 weeks. It wasn't something for me that I was like, oh my gosh, I really, really, really gotta have this. I really gotta have this. Because I've created this routine of having it for a little bit in moderation and then not having it for a while, it's become easier for me to say no to it. And soda's crap anyway, so I really shouldn't be putting it in my system. The thing that has helped me become the most successful when it comes to eating the right foods, the types of foods that will fuel my body, is having a plan. I have had several challenge groups on Facebook. Basically, a challenge group is a group of women that come together to hold each other accountable to reach their goals, their fitness goals. And so in my groups, I say a lot, failure to plan is planning to fail. So if I am not conscientious of the fact that we're wanting to eat healthy and then writing out my meals weekly, I will have a tough day. I don't get sleep because Trip is up, which is my son. He's up all night, or he's sick, or mama's just tired, mama's not feeling well, daddy's not feeling well. And that's when we tend to go through the drive-thru. And so for me, if I have written out a meal plan, weekly meal plan, I can fall back on that and look at my meal plan and go, oh, it's okay because we're having this and this for dinner, or this and this for lunch. The lawnmower guy's back. I'm so sorry. And then last, I'll leave you with this. If you are an individual who is truly desiring to make a lifestyle change because you want more energy, because you want to live a longer life, because you want to sleep better at night, surround yourself by a bunch of people who are on the same type of journey as you. They may not be doing the same exact thing, but maybe their goal is to be able to live a healthier lifestyle as well. Surround yourself with those types of people and hold each other accountable towards your goals. In all, work out and eat healthy because you love your body and not because you hate your body. that's a little bit about my health and fitness journey. I pray that you were able to reach your goals and your dreams for your life. Surround yourself with people that support that, and then let me know how it goes.